Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
Where We Belong is a motivating book about finding the right path for your personal journey. Please welcome back New York Times bestselling author, Hoda Kotb.
This book is about people who put their hands on the steering wheel of their life and said, you know what, I'm going to drive. Like, I'm not riding and just wondering what's going to happen. I'm going to turn the wheel. And I feel like because they are so encouraging and amazing that you feel like when you're reading it, well, wow, if they can do that, like I can do this, whatever your this is.
And there was a new hour of today that was starting, a fourth hour. And I said, you know what, I've spent my whole career sitting at my desk, working hard, waiting to be noticed. I decided on that day I was going to do something I had never, ever done before. I was going to go ask for that job.
If you have a voice in your head that's telling you to do something, and it's risky, and here's the funny thing about risk. If you risk once, then you can risk again. It's like muscle memory. Then you do it again. If you're averse to risk, if you never do it, you find yourself, sitting on the sidelines.
How did you find the people to write your stories about in the book?
We were looking for people in each lane, someone who was out of their, they didn't feel they belonged personally or professionally.
I have a great co-writer named Jane Lorenzini. She did some interviews, I did some interviews, she did a lot of the writing. We sort of shared it, and I think that was the best way for me to do it given the schedule. But I think the most important thing is listening to people. It's like, we need to shut up. If you listen, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that. If you pay attention, people have incredible stories.
Now, your TV persona is a talker.
I know.
So
I know. Why am I always talking and drinking with Kathie Lee? We have to stop it. You do. I mean, look, we talk because we're trying to entertain, but in real life, I'm a listener. Like, I like to know. I'm kind of curious about people, and I think this is that outlet.
What was the dominant trait that all of the people in the book had? I think that they weren't quitters. Like, they knew there was hard work. There was a fire inside. There was something that drove them. And I think the giving up thing wasn't even on their minds.
You can't quit your job tomorrow and become a painter. But what you could do is take 10% of your time and 10% of your money and put it toward the thing you love. So now 10% of your life, you're in the sweet spot. And maybe next year you'll be able to put 15% of your time and 15% of your money. And maybe you'll turn your passion into a profession later in life. But you have to start doing something. You can't just sit here and go, why is nothing happening in my life? It's like, because you have to hit the gas pedal. Hello?
Is there a decision that you felt you should have made?
Anything I've tried, I've never regretted, because either I've not gotten it, which means that's checked off my list, or I have gotten it, which means, oh, it worked. So at least I know. When you don't try something, you sit here and you go, what would have happened if I did that? Oh, then you can fantasize in your head a million things that might have been good. And I feel like I've never regretted some action I took. I only regret inaction.
Oh my gosh, my best friend's relatives are here. Where am I? What is this? This is like the best place ever.
She was really inspiring and authentic, and I'm very excited to read her book because, I want to have that guts and moxie that she talked about.
It gives you the inspiration that you need to just do your own thing. If you see somebody else could do it.
Thanks, Hoda.
Yes, and I want to be in the sequel. I'm starting a new business.
Your joy is non-negotiable. Like, I wake up happy. I mean, you can't put a paycheck on that.
Even the smallest thing that she said, even just holding a door open, like, it just makes you think about it. Like, whether you do it or you don't, now the next time I'm walking out the door, now you're thinking about it.
I follow her on Instagram, so I always read her inspirational quotes, and even those make you more motivated and want to be a better person.
I like the fact that she said write down the 3 things to be grateful for, and that the giving, the kindness part.
Yes.
Right.
Do some good things every day, it's pays forward.
What does Kathie Lee have to say about this book?
Kathie Lee likey. She likey this book. She's such a cheerleader. I love her. I wish she was here with us right now having a drink. You know, we need that.